Salam alaikum. Namaskar. Much love and blessings to all of you. Thank you all for being here. And if I may ask, we've been listening and receiving such great wisdom, insight, and inspiration from the other speakers, the other leaders. If I can ask us all to take a deep breath and then just ground into this moment. And one more, so we bring our whole presence here. Thank you for your rapt attention and your presence. When I was 12 years old, I grew up in an Indian household, entrepreneurial family. My father goes back, entrepreneurs for many generations. My mother's side, Gandhi family, social servants, lovers of humanity, believing in that we are all one, that we are all coming from a divine source, and that ultimately we are all family. Usually in my Indian culture, business and consciousness are like oil and water. And yet, I was blessed to be in this life to recognize what can we do to make business a force of good. Business, a force that uplifts not only ourselves as entrepreneurs, uplifts our personal lives. How many of you entrepreneurs, business leaders have experienced much stress, overwhelm, fatigue, and just running so much, and sometimes you forget your own heart, your soul? Has anyone ever experienced this? And I'm sure there's others who are not raising their hand who also are experiencing all types of inner tensions, because the world of leadership, the world to become a person who serves others, who serves their teams, who uplifts the whole, it takes a great amount of energy. It takes a great amount of personal focus. It takes a great amount of heart. Now, the challenge is, if we do not bring our heart, if we do not bring our higher consciousness, then what happens is no matter how much success we make with our companies, no matter how much success other people see us have, inside we could feel hollow. Inside we could feel shallow. We can wear facades on the outside, looking sharp, smart, intelligent, wise, and wealthy. But inside we might be bankrupt. In the soul, in the heart. Who knows what I'm talking about here? Please. And we're seeing this in the business world and leadership. Years ago, I burned out. I saw many of the leaders that I work with burn out, mentally, emotionally, psychologically. Many of them ended up in divorce, ill health. They lost their purpose in life, although to the outside they had achieved great success. And so I said, what can we do to make business not only a way that enhances prosperity, but enhances our well-being, enhances our soul, enhances the world at large? So I ask all of us here as leaders, how many of you feel within yourself as a leader there's even greater vistas, a greater dimension to grow in that our soul is calling for? How many feel that on some level? You might not even know what that is, but you feel there's something more to live, something greater to express. May I ask who feels that in their hearts? Please raise your hand if you feel that, even a little bit. Thank you. You see, it's raising your hand and saying, yes, I am ready for what is new for me. I am ready to grow beyond the success I've had, but not just in the outer world. I am ready to grow within myself. I started this journey when I was young. I saw my parents and everything all around. And then I had this insight. What can I do to grow myself? I was an insecure young boy, very skinny, very inward. And then I saw a Kung Fu TV show, Bruce Lee. Anyone ever see Bruce Lee? Anyone have a fan of Bruce Lee? Bruce Lee, when I saw him on TV as a young lad, I went, I want to be like him. I want to be a man who inspires others. And so I entered the Shaolin Kung Fu Temple. 12 years old, I was very honored to be accepted by a Kung Fu master to start training physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually on the way of, and I thought it was about strength. I thought it was about growing my own power, my own ego. But what I didn't realize were my mentors, my Kung Fu masters, were preparing me to be a servant. And I must say, all of us, no matter what heights we attain, at the end of the day, we meet our Maker equally. We meet our Maker equally. And because we meet our Maker equally, then what can we do in this life to make it fulfilling? And my teacher said the first two things, Satyen. You as an instructor, you as a leader, must memorize these first two statements. Number one, we, the leaders, care. We truly care, not just about ourselves, we care about our families. We don't just become so successful, so in our ego, that we only care about our fame, our fortune, our bank accounts, our freedom, but we care in a wider spectrum. How many know in our hearts there's a wider care that is capable within us all? How many know this? So my invitation and my challenge, true challenge, is how can we become a deeper, more powerful conduit of care, starting right in our home, starting right with ourselves, and then spreading it to our wives, our husbands, our daughters, our sons, our families. This is the start. Because if we don't have a healthy, strong, unified family, no matter what outer success we have, it falls away. So shall we all strive as leaders, as business leaders, to become even more passionate, loving conduits with our own families? What shall we do? Yes? That's number one. My Kung Fu master said, not only should we care for ourselves and our family, how can we care for all those we serve? You, sir, you, sir, you, sir, you, sir. We all, madams, we are all in service. If we don't realize we are in service, we are deluded. We are here not just to gain, we are here to be in service, to make a greater impact. Impact CEO Conference. I've had the pleasure for over 3 decades to mentor high-powered CEOs, high-powered leaders, high-powered individuals with my beloved wife, Suzanne here. We are private advisors and guides to leaders who are here who wish to live and create impact, not only with themselves, their families, their love lives, but also to the organizations. How many leaders here would like to 10x their company in the next few years? Let me know. How many would like to have greater levels of success like you cannot even imagine? Yes? Let me hear with your voice. Yes? To do this, we need to tap in to a reservoir of energy that we don't even know as leaders. This energy is a type of soul force living within us. It is a gift not from our own ego, but it is a connection to the Almighty. It is a connection to Mother Earth. It is a connection to each other and recognizing and seeing my leadership is more than just growing or organizing or telling who what to do, where, and how. This is all crucial. We must master those elements to become really powerful. But the ultimate form of leadership is, can we bring the world together? This Dubai, my first time with my beloved wife. I'm experiencing the world here in one place. Every culture, many religions, all types of people are raising. This is like a new place where the world can see what can the world become if we all come together. How can we prosper together? How can we enlighten each other together? What impact can we make even greater together? This is the first lesson my teacher said. We must care. Without the heart, we are bankrupt in the soul. With the heart, no matter what happens, even at the bottom line, we lose all our money, we lose anything, a calamity, a challenge, whatever else. When our heart is full, we feel wealthy inside. We feel full. Life gives us. And then we start to flow with reality rather than resist it. How many would love more of that in their lives? Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Thank you for your receptivity. This is all within us. The next lesson, my Kung Fu teacher said, you must memorize this. Satyen, this is important. We are helping people help themselves. We as leaders are helping people to help themselves. We're not here to show we are the one helping you. We're not ones to show here we are at the top. and look at me, please. We're not here to do that. As an enlightened leader, our job as we grow is to become lower and lower and lower. The original or the egoic form of leadership model is a triangle. Who we serve is all at the bottom. The enlightened form, the divine form of leadership is upside down. We are at the bottom. How can I raise everyone up? How can I raise my whole team up? Right from the person sweeping the floor, cleaning the bathroom. They too are the divine. Every person here who's giving us glasses, vacuuming the floor, doing all those tiny things, they are just as valid, just as important in the great scheme of things as we are, as strong leaders. And when we diminish our ego, relinquish it to a higher force, what happens is then we get to see the divine, the beauty, the power, the joy, the humanness in all the people that are around us. And then the distinctions between who's the leader and who's not falls away. And we recognize we are part of the divine service that we are here to do today. I want to invite everyone to take a moment and shall we go into a little encounter of the most enlightened leader that is already within you? How many of you are willing to go there? Let's do a little encounter. I'm going to ask everyone to close their eyes. Take a couple of deep breaths, sit it out. And I want you to imagine you are here and now, but now you are at the end of your life. 10 years, 20 years, 50 years, whenever that is. You are at the end of your life. And you are in a state of peace, a state of grace, and a state of openness. I want you to speak to this future leader in the future of you who has grown, who has wizened, who has let go of his ego, let go of her ego, and go ahead and meet with that one in the future. And I want you to ask this future you, who is the enlightened leader, the enlightened CEO, and say, what lessons do you have for me? What wisdom do you have for me now? What can you tell me about my journey in leadership that will make me deeper and more enlightened? Listen to this enlightened leader that you are in the future. Go ahead and listen. And this future self of yours, receive the energy, receive the insight, humbly take it in, and let their energy infuse you now. How many of you are getting messages and insights from your future self? How many of you are getting insight and energy from your future self? You see, my friends, beloved leaders, our future self is already there. Rather than we are moving towards our future, I want you to change it around. This wise, beautiful being is the one that is pulling you now to it. This wise, beautiful, enlightened soul that is conscious, that is happy, that has lived a life of service, a life of abundance, a life of prosperity. They're calling you. Shall we move towards this higher self that we are? Shall we all move together towards this higher self? Beautiful. Thank you. Please honor your higher self, your future self, and now merge with them. 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 I would like to share a beautiful poem, the last one my Kung Fu master taught me growing up. He said, you must learn this. This is the leader's creed. As enlightened leaders, learn this. I was 12 years old. I didn't understand what it meant. When I was 15, it meant something more. When I was 20, it meant something more. When I was 30, it meant something even deeper. And it goes like this. I would rather see an example than to hear one any day. I would rather one could walk with me than merely tell the way. For your light is an example, more willing than the ear. Fine counsel is confusing, yet example is always clear. I can watch your life in action, yet your tongue too fast may run. I could soon learn how to do it if I only see it done. For best of all, the leaders are the ones who live their creed. For seeing good in action is what everybody needs. I may misunderstand you and the high advice you give, yet there is no misunderstanding of how you act and how you live. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Give yourselves a hand.